record this. Something on your screen that pops up there. So thanks for being here. If you are a consultant, tell us, say hi, tell us what your favorite cookware is, that you have that you like to cook with. If you're a guest, tell us who your consultant is. If your name isn't said on Zoom, if it doesn't say like your first and last name, tell us your first and last name and who your consultant is. And consultants, welcome. Tell us what cookware you've tried from Pampered Chef so far. We're so excited. We were just going over our agenda. There's so many different types of cookware that Pampered Chef offers. We're excited about it. We're excited to share and kind of go through the differences. Right. So we're going to be, we have an official Facebook monitor. So thanks everybody who has been watching live on Facebook. The lovely Jessie's going to be there watching the comments. So you guys on Facebook can pop in your questions throughout our workshop tonight, and we will we'll be able to get to them hopefully in live time for you. If you're trying to find the Zoom link, that's going to be in the events tab. But yeah, thank you. Welcome. Tell us what kind of cooking do you like to do when it comes to the stove? Are you a cast iron? Do you like nonstick, stainless?
There we go.
Anyone have a rock crock at home? Tell us in the chat, or we've just got about 2 or 3 minutes before we get going. So you can, if you're brave enough, you can tell us what Pampered Chef item you have, what you love to cook with, and we'll listen. But welcome and welcome. All right. Don't forget to tell us who your consultant is as well. Or if you're one of our consultants that you're here to learn, maybe you have a guest with you. All right. Okay, well, we might as well get started then, huh? Oh, Diane loves the stoneware. Good. Well, we're going to show off the rock crock tonight as one of our tools. Okay, so my name's Katie, and I get to be our little community workshop monitor. I'm going to go ahead and mute everyone for now. And then for our speakers, I'll come back and spotlight you here in just a moment. So be ready to come off mute. So my name's Katie again. Tonight, we are going to be talking all about cookware, what cookware is right for you. We have a quiz on that, by the way. I'd love to hear whether you typically go towards a skillet, a stock pot. Do you like to cook more on the stovetop, on the grill? Do you have a smooth top? Do you have a gas? Because sometimes that plays into what you like to cook with. My very, very favorite, if you're asking, is the nonstick wok, the stainless nonstick wok. So the couple of different cookware that we're going to go over tonight, so you can see them in action. It's going to be our stainless. So I'm going to get this real close to the camera here. It's the best of both worlds. So it's got the stainless that you can sear with, but also has nonstick. There's all kinds of different options. I'll show you those here in a second. And then we have our nonstick, and I have them all stacked up together. How fun is this? Our nonstick have removable handles that come off and on with a little press. So you can put them, I'm doing it backwards. So you can put them in and out of the oven with that. But really what's so nice for is that it stacks and you can just put them right inside. So I even have my little saucepans in there. So this comes as a set. For anyone that hosts a party, you can get this 50% off any month that you host. It's amazing. We have a few nonstick items that are separate, like our grill pan and press set. And these little red things that I have, these are the pan cookware separators. So they come in a set of 3 and they just kind of protect those rough edges from scratching your nonstick. Although all of our nonstick and our stainless are metal safe. So you can use metal on them and it still works just fine. Doesn't make them look ugly over time or anything like that. We've got a big multi-pot. That one you can, for those bigger, larger families. The saute pan and steam comes with this fun little steamer. So any of you fancy cooks there might like that one. So those are our nonstick. And then we have cast iron. We're going to see that one in action tonight. I have the 3 sizes of our traditional cast iron. Our little baby mini one, it comes in a set of 2. My family likes to make little cookies and s'mores in this. So we'll put our marshmallows in there and put them in the air fryer and, you know, puff up our marshmallows. Got the 10-inch and we've got the 12-inch, and I have my cookware separators in there as well. This is not cookware, but I think everybody should have it. You guys seen our boil over no more covers? I love these for using them in the microwave, but also like in the microwave on a bowl, or you can flip it over and use it as a microwave cover. But what it's really designed for is when you're boiling that pot of water, to stick it on there and it will keep it from boiling over. And it really does work as long as you don't lift it up. It works every time. And then we have our rock cracks, which you're going to see tonight. I pulled out our flat rock crack because we're not going to demo this one tonight, but this kind of cookware you can use on the grill because it's called earthenware or clay. The rock cracks themselves can go up to 752 degrees. So you can literally use them anywhere. All of that, the rock cracks and our nonstick and our stainless, they're all dishwasher safe. And then our cast irons hand wash. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. So let's check in. Tonight, what we're going to be doing is we have 3 demos for you, and we're going to do question and answer throughout the entire workshop. So you can ask questions as we go. The lovely Lisa is watching our chat, and Jesse's on Facebook so that we can get all of your questions in. You get a ticket when you ask a question about the cookware. You get 2 tickets when you ask about hosting, or how can I get a discount on that, or fundraisers or bridal showers or registries. Ask questions about how we can get more cookware into your kitchen. And then you get 3 tickets for our drawings when you ask questions about our consultant team. So as many of you know, this is consultant training. So we're teaching our consultants how to use the cookware, how to talk about it, and we're helping them know what kinds of questions, because you guys are here, you're going to ask the questions, and we're all kind of learning together. So thank you to all of our consultants, all of our guests that are here tonight. Everyone's eligible to win a door prize. So ask all the questions that you can think of. No questions too small or silly. We'll try to get to all of them throughout. But without further ado, I think, oh wait, before we move on, you have to tell us that you're here and who your consultant is, okay? And then if your last name is not on your Zoom name, you need to put that in there too. So if it just says like iPhone 2, you'll want to say, my name is Sally Henson and I'm here with Sherry, you know, so that we can get you into our on-time door prize, which we're going to do right after Erin introduces herself, and she's going to be showing us the 2 different nonstick cookware. Let's find Erin. I've lost her. Erin, are you still on mute? There you are. Sorry about that. I muted everyone. All right.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, there she is.
Perfect. Like that commercial shows how I date myself with that commercial. Can you hear me now? So I actually wanted to talk to you first about taste buds. So this comes to you in the mail, and you can subscribe and try it out for 1 month, or you can do 3 or 6 months. You could gift this to somebody. So I think this would be an amazing gift for like the weddings that are coming up that we all have, because it's giving those new bride and groom a bunch of recipes and seasonings for them to try out together. So it's kind of like an experience. So I wanted to show you this because this month, you can still get this if you get a Taste Bud subscription before the 15th. And this month they're all created by Spoon Fork Bacon. So it's two beautiful ladies who started a blog in 2011 and have just grown their Spoon Fork Bacon group, and they curated all of these recipes. So it comes with 3 different recipes and seasonings, and then also some extra ideas, because the seasoning packets hold more than just what the recipe is for. So they want to give you some more ideas of how you can use them. And tonight I'm going to be showing you one of these recipes, and it is the shrimp stir fry with the Asian seasoning mix. And I was really excited because this is my first time trying the Asian seasoning mix. And I love every single one of our seasonings, but it's one that I haven't tried because I didn't know how to use it or what to use. So this helps me to try it out. So what I did ahead of time here is I have some shrimp that are marinated. And the marinade was just 1 tablespoon of the Asian seasoning mix, salt, white pepper, and sesame oil. So I have them marinated. It's been about 30 minutes in our large batter bowl here. And I'm going to turn on the heat. I had it going, but I didn't want my oil to burn. So I'm going to turn on the heat, and while that heats up just a little bit, I actually used my tiny little easy read measuring cup to do just a little bit of olive oil, but I wanted to show you our oil dispenser. I would have used this, but inside this is our brand new Basil Infused Oil. And I didn't know if basil and Asian would mix too well. Katie thought that maybe it would be fine, but I really wanted to taste this recipe how it was meant to be. But I wanted to show you while it heats up how easy it is. You just squeeze and then the oil comes up. So it's so nice for when you're cooking, if you want to know how much oil. There's teaspoons, tablespoons, milliliters. And then I won't need this, so I'll just take this top off here, and then I can just pour it back in. So I'm going to put this aside though, and I'm going to put my shrimp in. So I actually have the tongs here. These are the Saute Tongs. They come like this, but when you turn them over, they make little tweezers. Love that part. And I'm going to put my shrimp in that are already marinated. Look how pretty these are. And these are going to just sizzle. And I'm cooking in our wok. So this is Katie's favorite right here. And you can see it's really big, and it's going to cook fast because of the design of it here. And I do have it on like a medium-high heat. And I will just cook those about 2 minutes on each side. So while that's cooking here, I'm going to make the rest of our sauce. And this sauce has soy sauce, water, honey, and then the seasoning mix and some cornstarch. So I did want to show you, I don't use soy sauce. I use this coconut Aminos. It tastes like soy sauce, but it doesn't have, it's like 73% less sodium. So if you're on a sodium, if you're watching your sodium, this is a really good opportunity to have that instead of having that high sodium. I have 1 tablespoon here in my tiny little measure-all. This is my favorite little measure-all because it's so cute. And I'm just going to stick that in here. And I have the mini whipper. And then I just need a half of a tablespoon of the cornstarch and the seasoning mix. So if you're like, don't have sesame seed oil or soy sauce in your pantry, I do recommend when you get this to try this recipe to also make egg roll in a bowl. That's like my favorite go-to meal for cooking for myself. That has both of those in it. I use the coconut aminos for that too, and the sesame oil. So I'm gonna just flip these so I can get each side. And then
hey, Erin.
Yeah.
I've got a question. Could you use the Korean seasoning mix instead of the Asian seasoning?
Oh, I'm sure that would be really good too. I have, I don't have that one yet. I think that's a barbecue, so it would probably give a little bit different flavor than the Asian one. Like smelling this definitely smells more like your traditional like stir fries at your Chinese restaurants. It smells really good. I think that the Korean barbecue may give more like a smoky flavor.
Awesome. Thank you. We've got another question. Where do you buy coconut aminos?
I live in a very small rural town, and my grocery store has it in the natural food section. I do know that Walmart also carries it, and it actually is right next to the soy sauce. So that's where it is in our Walmart. I'm guessing it would be in yours too. I'm sure that you can also buy it online. That would be an option too, but definitely in your natural food section if you're at a local, just like a local grocery store. So I flipped those and those are almost done. I'm gonna set them aside for when I'm doing my vegetables. So I wanna show you how cute this is. This was an Aloha Pepper. The recipe calls for red, but when I saw this, I thought, how fun. I've never seen one of these before. So even in our tiny little grocery store, we have something fun. And then we also, the recipe does call for baby corn. So I just got a can of baby corn and drained it and then cut them in half. So, and the one thing that I was really astonished with is that our store didn't have water chestnuts. Not sure why there's a shortage of water chestnuts, but the person who was stocking the shelf said they just came from Florida and there was a shortage there too. So you'll have to check that out if you have water chestnuts. If not, you can sub something else because this is your stir fry. I'm gonna sub just some snap peas to give it some crunch too. So I have the snap peas and the baby corn. And then I have some little mushrooms here that I'm adding to because that's not on there, but I love mushrooms and have them. I'm gonna use my quick slice here. And this you just rock back and forth. And it gets like very uniform, which is very good in stir fry. So everything is the same length there. So I'm also gonna use this for my zucchini and my pepper. So I have the zucchini and I'm gonna use my favorite knife. This is a Santoku knife. I'm just going to cut it in half here. I don't want my shrimp to overcook. So I'm gonna set those aside in a little bowl here.
And Erin, I'm going to keep you spotlighted, so let it be known they're looking at you. But I do want to chime in here and give just a little bit of info on the two different kinds of cookware and kind of what you're looking at. So that wok that you're using with the high sides, really nice for stir fry because you can go a little wild and stuff isn't going to fly out on your stove. But the stainless, a lot of people think that stainless cookware is just for professional chefs, but stainless can be used every day and it's a lot easier than I think what people think. And our stainless steel is a hybrid. So it's got the cooking and heating of a traditional stainless. So you can go super hot with it. You don't have to make it on medium like your typical stainless, but it's going to clean up super easy. It's going to be easy to stir. You can sear. And you can make pan sauces with it as well. So that's the huge benefit to having our stainless steel cookware with the hybrid nonstick etched in there. And then with some of the differences with your nonstick versus your stainless, the nonstick cookware, you're gonna love it mostly more for your eggs, your soups and stew, anything that's super delicate like your fish. And then the stainless that we're using tonight, searing meat, making pan sauces, but either can be used for an everyday type of cookware. The nonstick cookware heats up to 480 and the stainless up to 450. And they both can go in the oven. They're both oven safe. They are both PFOA free. And both of the lids are tempered glass. So they have a little bit lower heat. They're heat safe to 400. But both pans also have a lifetime guarantee. And if you are a consultant with us and you haven't gone through the lifetime guarantee process, or maybe you're someone that purchased a pan, Pampered Chefs is very generous with their lifetime guarantee. Of course, we don't have the same cookware for life, but let's say we have a different kind, they'll let you upgrade and they give you the credit that you paid for it. If you happen to get your cookware at half price, they give you half price on the new set that replaces it. So they're very generous with it. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. Go ahead, Erin.
Oh, you're good. So I just added another tablespoon of oil for all these veggies. While Katie was talking, I did cut my zucchini with that quick slice. Once again, don't you love that they're the same size? So I am not like a perfectionist here, but I know there are people who really like their food to be the same size. So that's why this quick slice is really awesome. I also, while she was talking, was using this little scoop loop. This is one of those things that everybody should really have. It's perfect add-on item if you want to get to like $80 to get that free gift from Pampered Chef. And it just is so great at cleaning out all the membrane and the seeds of peppers. It's awesome for like cantaloupe or melon or anything that you need to just scoop stuff out. And I'm just going to do the same thing and slice up my peppers into thin slices. So now everything is the same size. And then I'll add this to my wok. And I got a big bowl of veggies here, but that's just like she said. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be flattering all. And this wok is huge. So while these cook, I do want to quick show you before I'm let go. I did use our non-stick pan here to toast up some sesame seeds. So they were just in the little thing here, and I put them on with no oil. Just put them in here, and you can toast them up for just a couple minutes on like a medium-low heat. You can also do this with quinoa and toast up your quinoa. Maybe make some little energy balls. That's one of my favorite recipes. But the nonstick is perfect for that. And my favorite is making omelets and crepes in the nonstick. So I will finish up the veggies, and I'll add the shrimp back to it and that little sauce that we made. And when we're all done with the other ones, you can come back and I'll show you the finished product.
I love it. Thank you so much, Erin. Yay.
Yeah.
I wish I was at your house right now. It's the smell-o-vision, right?
Oh,
Speaking of showing our age, the smell-o-vision, right? Okay, so we had a couple questions come in. I saw, how do you clean your cookware? And we're about to talk about cast iron, and Robin's going to do that demo here in just 1 second. So let me answer this question. So for your cookware, anything that is nonstick from Pampered Chef 2020 and beyond. Okay, so we upgraded to the safest, most up-to-date technology in cookware in 2020. Or I'm sorry, in 2018. In 2018, it was the stones that changed in 2020. So in 2018, anything Pampered Chef cookware, stainless or nonstick from 2018 on is dishwasher safe, metal safe, very easy to clean. I still have our old brown scraper. We have blue ones now, but I just haven't switched over, but you guys have probably seen these. Great if you have anything stuck on. These are great for anything, but they're good to help cook. But we actually have these in the dishwasher. Now, I will say sometimes, you know, when you have the stainless and this doesn't come off, we've gotten a little spoiled with the nonstick that has removable handles, because those go in the dishwasher so much nicer. These will like get stuck on the rack. So we typically hand wash these just for convenience. The other sizes that you're going to have other than the wok, we used the 12-inch tonight for dinner. So we made like 6 eggs in here, sunny side up eggs all at once. And then we've got the 10-inch, and we've got this adorable little 8.5-inch one as well. They're really, really pretty, and they stay nice. However, I have gotten the feedback, if you use a gas stove, the stainless is going to be a little bit more upkeep. You have to use like a bartender's friend or something to keep them from turning brown on the bottom or staying brown on the bottom. The nonstick cookware is also dishwasher safe. However, it's got a little tip for you, is when you have, they have these steel bottoms, and when you put them in the dishwasher, they will discolor. So this was bright and shiny. I probably haven't put, yeah, this one's. So this one hasn't been put in the dishwasher yet. but over time, there's nothing goes wrong with it, but it's called oxidizing. So they'll oxidize over time. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't hurt the quality of your cook. But if you want it to be shiny like this, then you're going to hand wash it. If you don't care, like we obviously would rather just throw it in the dishwasher, and we don't mind about the bottoms oxidizing. So that's just a little thing to know about the bottoms. And those are just really good heat conductors. Now with cast iron, moving on here, cast iron is probably the trickiest or most confusing cookware material out there. However, every kitchen should have it. It has to be a staple. And if you haven't eaten something that you made with cast iron, that's why you don't think that yet. Because once you try a Dutch baby or cornbread, or you do some vegetables in there, your grilled cheese, you are going to be amazed at what cast iron can do. It develops over time with layers of fat and oil. It will season. And that gives you a nonstick surface and prevents it from rusting. So it's steel, very easily rusted. That's why we don't soak them. They don't typically need soap, and it's not recommended. So when you're cleaning your cast iron, you want to wash with a nylon bristled brush and hot water. And if you have stuck on bits, you'll use your pan scraper. If it's super extra sticky, you can let the water stay in there for just a bit and then scrape it. And then you want to dry the pan right away. And it's best with a paper towel because it will have like a little discoloration from that seasoning. And then just one dot of oil. We use our kitchen spritzer, one little quick spritz, and then dry it again with a paper towel. So that might sound like a lot, but once you do it once or twice, super easy, no big deal. But don't do what I did and throw it in the sink, fill it up with water, and come back to it the next day. It will rust, which I did on my first day with my cast iron. And then I learned that you cannot ruin a cast iron skillet. You just have to restart over with reseasoning. So if you ever have a rust situation, that can be taken care of. Now, without further ado, Robin has an amazing meal to show us, and I cannot wait for you guys to see how easy this is.
Hey, everybody. Okay, so we make this like all the time. My family tried it once, and it's the easiest thing in the world. And now Tom decides that he makes it all the time now, and so I don't have to do it anymore. So I'm going to show you how to make a really fast pizza in the cast iron, and it tastes like homemade, and it's budget friendly, and it takes not even 5 minutes to prep it and get it in the oven. And you'll preheat your oven to 500 degrees. It may sound like a lot, but if you think about it, if you're like at like Pizza Hut, Domino's, or whatever, they have their ovens at a very, very high degree temperature. So we want to get that crust very crispy, right? We like crispy crust, right? So that's what we're going to do, because the cast iron is like a heat conductor, and it absorbs a lot of heat. So basically what we're going to do, I don't make my homemade crust, I buy it. It doesn't have to be name brand. I just get pizza crust. You can get it in the dairy section. I get it at Walmart. You can get it anywhere. I can get this open. Should have worn my glasses. Okay, it may take longer than 5 minutes. I lied. And it's fun to do with the kids. The kids love being in the kitchen and teaching them new things. And all you're going to do, even though it's in a square, all you do is manipulate it and push it around. And it's very easy.
Robin, are you using the 10 or the 12-inch there?
I'm using the 12-inch.
Awesome.
And since my cast iron is already pre-seasoned. I do not need to put anything on the bottom. If you wanted to, you can use your kitchen spritzer to put a little bit more on the bottom if you think that it might stick or whatever, but since it's already pre-seasoned, you're not going to have a problem with it sticking. And then the next trick I'm going to show you is to make sure that you fork it. You want to make sure that you have plenty of holes in the bottom so that when the dough is cooking, you don't get like bubbles popping up. So I'm going to get a fork, and it doesn't have to be uniform. You just fork it. And you can do this with all of your doughs, like for pies or anything. Just want to make sure you fork it. All right, so the next thing you want to do is use our Italian seasoning. Our Italian seasoning isn't just Italian seasoning, it has more than just Italian in it. It has, I believe, oregano. I can't remember the different ones it has in it. Oregano, basil, just different herbs and spices, garlic. So it's more than just Italian. So I use this one, and it's brand new because I ran out, so I have to take this out.
Hey, Robin, we've got a quick question on your dough. Was that right out of the refrigerator, or did you bring it to room temperature first?
No, don't bring it to room temperature first because it'll rise. Just bring it straight out of the refrigerator.
Thank you.
So you just want to sprinkle it all over it, even the sides. And that's that. And the next one is the fun part. This is a Detroit style pizza. And so they do things backwards. We're going to put pepperoni. Tom likes pepperoni. So we're doing pepperoni tonight. We're going to layer out the pepperoni on here. It doesn't have it to be any kind of special pepperoni. Just lay it out. All right, next one is cheese. I use block cheese and I use the Munster cheese, and then I grate it. Our graters are phenomenal. We have different ones. We also have a zester, and then one that's a two-sided grater, one that's a micro grater, and then one that grades in big slices. These are amazing, but I use the regular size one. So we're going to put the cheese on here real quick. And I'm using the mini Flux Mat. They have a regular size that comes in 3, and then they have the mini ones. So we're gonna spread this out real quick. The Munster cheese is actually fabulous on this type of pizza. All right, now we're going to use more Italian. If I can find the opening. I swear I need to put my glasses on. I forgot to put them on before I got on here. All right. And the next sauce. Use any type of sauce. And it's 1/3 of a cup. And you just put like little dollops on it, just all over the top. And I'm using just the smaller cup size, and it comes in a set of 4. These are amazing. I use these all the time. It comes in a little cup. And then this size and then a bigger size, and then the real big size that does 4 cups. And we use these all the time.
Robin, is there a reason why you put the sauce on top and not on the dough first?
Because that's what the recipe calls for. It's a Detroit style pizza. They do everything backwards.
I like that answer.
Now I'm gonna put more pepperoni on the top. It's actually really, really good. So now I'm gonna put more pepperoni on it.
I'm like drooling over here. It looks so good.
Oh, you have no idea. Wait until you see after it comes out of the microwave. Yeah, put the cast iron in the microwave. See what happens.
Oh no, don't do that. Let's not even joke about something like that. I'm gonna chime in here and just
don't call me for a refund, okay?
we have the enameled cast iron as well, and it's already since it's enameled, it's got that coating on it, so you don't have to do all the special seasoning. However, and it's dishwasher, you can put it in the dishwasher. However, they have to let the cast iron breathe on the very top, so you do want to dry that right away with a paper towel, that top lip of your enameled cast iron, if you have any of that.
Just unplug it. Okay, so I have a little special treat for you. Tom's gonna bring it over. So he got me this arrow garden for my birthday, and this thing has been growing like wildfire. And mind you, it's only a month going. So I picked some fresh basil. I've already harvested once already. So this dill is going crazy over here, but I took some of the fresh dill. So the recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm adding it. I'm going to put some fresh some fresh basil leaves on here. I think that would be really yummy on here. Fresh herbs always adds good flavor to pizzas, on anything actually, really. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm adding it anyway. Okay, so that's it. The oven is preheated at 500 degrees. We're gonna stick it in the oven for 15 minutes and then it's done.
I love it. Oh my gosh, Robin, we're all over here like drooling, ready to come eat at your house. That looks so good. Let's see, we have one more demo. So far, I want you guys to tell us, like, do you see yourself cooking more with a nonstick or the stainless nonstick, or would you see yourself trying the cast iron? Which one seems more your style? And then I also, this is our last demo and we have just a few minutes left tonight. So we want our Q&A to bump up. So if you are a consultant, what I want you to do is ask a question that people like your guests, your potential hosts, ask questions that people ask you so that we can answer them for you. So maybe there's something that always comes up and you wonder what other consultants would say. Ask those questions, ask questions about being a consultant, help us get these questions flowing. And then if you're a guest, think of any question you can think of about hosting, about being a consultant, or about some cookware stuff that we can answer for you. Challenge us, okay? And we're gonna do our ticket game right after we hear from Jessie. So Jessie, are you with us?
I'm here. Okay, so I have the rapid practice. I'm doing my teeny end just real quick. You guys don't have this, it's super easy. Sometimes it gets a little crazy and all over the place. So there's that. This is actually two whole zucchini. And then I have, this is my go-to. This is the tomato knife. Absolutely love it. You can obviously use it for way more than just cutting tomatoes. And I am cooking, I don't really have a name for it. So if you guys have a name that you want to come up with, that's great. I tried it last year and fell in love with it and kind of just, I don't remember if I read it somewhere and cooked it or what I did, but it was a fan favorite in my house. So we just continue to cook it. So this is the everyday rock crock. This pan is amazing because you can put it on the grill, in the stove, or on the stove, in the oven, in the microwave, and it's dishwasher safe. And then if anybody's like me, absolutely hates doing dishes, this is the pan that you need, or the set for that matter. I'm just adding some of our garlic infused oil. It's actually says red wine because one of my children knocked it off. I saved as much as possible. So I'm gonna just put that on the bottom. And then I'm just gonna layer my tomatoes and my zucchini, one back and forth. It doesn't have to be pretty. And then I'm gonna top with cheese. I usually use mozzarella cheese, but I didn't have any. We're just substituting with just regular Kobe Jack cheese. And do this, and then we'll top it with cheese, and I'm gonna bake it for like 15 minutes. And I'm sorry that I can't be more specific because I'm kind of like just throw it together and see what works kind of person, especially when it's cooking. So I'm just gonna top it with cheese. You can add seasonings as well to this. It would, my kids are super picky, so I try to watch what I put on. So, and that's it. And I'm gonna throw it in the oven, and it just cooks everything down and makes it soft, and cheese makes everything better, right? And that's it.
Oh my gosh, that is so easy. Who's gonna try that? Amazing. I love it. Okay, I love all your questions coming in. Keep them coming. Erin, do you have an update for us?
Yes, and I'm so glad that you're coming back to me now because my phone just went off and I got to go to the basement because we got a tornado warning right now. so we're gonna eat this downstairs. So I'm gonna show you. Shoot, I think.
Yeah, if you gotta go, girlfriend, that's fine. It looks good from here.
I'm sorry, I thought I lost you there for a second, but yeah, no, it's okay outside. But I sent my kids down to the basement, but. Yeah, this is the finished product. You can see that. I didn't tell you that this comes with a giant lid too, which I absolutely love that. The stainless has lids, and I'm just gonna top it with some of the sesame seeds. And if you were watching on the side, my little one came and ate one of the shrimps because both my boys love the shrimp. He thought it was very good. It does have just a little bit of a spice to it. So, but he can't tolerate a lot and he ate it just fine. So just wanted to tell you that, but I'm going to have to go. I hope you guys enjoyed our cooking tonight. And I hope that you look at getting some of this cookware in your house because it is by far my best investment ever. So thank you.
Thanks, Erin. Go be safe. Oh my goodness. Jeez, I hope y'all are safe. She's in Minnesota somewhere. I also wanted to bring this up. This is our splatter screen. So if your cookware doesn't have a lid like our cast iron, this would be a really great thing to have as well if you're going to be using oil on the stovetop. Okay, so I think, Robin, you probably need a few more minutes before yours is done, but you can chime in when you're ready. I'm going to run through some of these questions and hopefully I don't miss anyone. So one more thing, I'm going to have you guys tell me, what organization would you love to give $500 to? If you just got to pick it, be like, hey, I love this organization. I've got $500. Tell us who you would give that donation to. And then I also want to bring up that this month in May, when you host even the smallest party, you can get that nonstick stainless wok or the rock crock that Jesse used, or any of our other sizes of those for 60% off. So it is our best cookware sale of the year. If you would love to get a piece, either the rock crock or the nonstick stainless, to try a piece of that, those are our 60% off for host. And then every month you can get our nonstick Or right now through this summer, we have a 50% off item. So every party that you do, even the smallest party, it's usually 3 orders, you can choose our cookware bundle at 50% off, and you get a piece of cast iron, a piece of stainless, and our nonstick all in a bundle, and you only have to use the 150% off item for it. Oh, good. You guys are bringing in your organizations that you donate to. That's amazing. All right. We're going to speed round some of your answers. How big is the everyday rock crock? I believe that's 2.5 quarts. So, it's kind of like a 10-inch skillet with a little bit deeper sides. The mandolin, can it go in the dishwasher? It can, yes. I need to get your ticket in. I didn't have that one. With the tomato knife, it is serrated, so it does not ever need to be sharpened. Our coated tomato knife, guys, amazing. We use those as our like steak knives to cut our chicken or pork steaks, all of that sort of thing. How do you go about seasoning the cast iron before your first use? So all you need to do is put a little bit of oil in the bottom and then either put it on the stove top, or you can actually put the oil in and put it in the oven and heat the whole thing up with the oil. That's going to be good enough for your first time. How much money do you actually make? Oh, who asked that one? Diane. Okay. Let me get these in before I forget. Any other questions, you can pop them in. I'm going to come back to the money question here in a second. Is the cookware safe for induction? So good question there. Induction stoves are magnetic. So when you think magnetic, you can think steel. So your stainless steel, that is good for induction. And then our cast iron are also, the iron is also magnetic. So those are our 2 induction safe cookware options. The rock crocks are clay and they have a glaze on them. So while they can go in every heat source, they're not magnetic. That makes them safe for the microwave though. That's pretty cool. And our nonstick do not have steel. They are aluminum enforced. That's the best even heat conductor. All right. Let's see, how well does cast iron work on an electric stove? I only have an electric stove, so I say great. I have no issues with it. How long until you consider your cast iron to be seasoned? Okay, I'm gonna ask another consultant. I tried to Google it, but it just said, put it in the oven for an hour with oil. Does anyone have like some experience with how long until they really loved the seasoning on their cast iron? It could be anyone here.
My mom has had her cast iron forever, and it just keeps getting better and better over time, so the longer you use it, if you don't wash it, the seasoning gets better. If you wash it, it's going to stay the same. It's not going to change the taste.
Yes. Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you wash it, it's not going to have all those fats and stuff. So if you just wipe it out and just keep reusing it, then it's going to have that season like it's supposed to.
Perfect. Yeah. And I think it's pretty much right off the bat when you put some kind of oil or something in it. We did get another question about the small cast iron. Is that the only one that fits in the air fryer? And that is correct. Yes.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, let's go back to the money question. And you guys, if you have any other questions, please pop them in the chat and we'll wrap up with this. We do have our on-time door prize to give away since we forgot about that. I forgot about that. When you're thinking about making money with Pampered Chef, so as a brand new consultant, you want to know that an average party is $515-ish. So if you have someone who says, yeah, I'll host a party, and then you coach them through inviting people, no matter what type of party it is, whether you have them come over to the house, if you have them use our table platform, if you do Facebook, if you just pass the catalog, the average party is about $515. So as long as your host, if you're a host or if you are helping a host, as long as they're inviting enough people, general rule of thumb, at least 40 people, so you can get 10 to 15 people to like engage with the party. And that usually results in that 8 to 12 orders, and 515 is about average. Now, I know that no one on this call is average. So you all probably have higher show averages and everything, but when it comes to making money, new consultants are going to make $103 from that $515 party. That's what I would bank on as you get started, is every time you have a host that's working with you, it's about $100 per party. Now we have consultants that have quit their full-time jobs, that are paying their car payment. We have a leadership position that you get overrides and bonuses and things like that. So, you know, I kind of have been through the gamuts of it. So when I first started, I just needed $100 or $200 a month to pay off a credit card. Quicker. And so I did 1 or 2 parties a month, and every month I was able to pay that extra payment, $100 or $200. In fact, I did 4 parties my first month just to get the new consultant bonuses. And I made like $580. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, even as a brand new consultant. But the sky's the limit there. You know, we had some of our consultants having, you know, car payments worth, go out to dinner worth, grab a Starbucks every day worth. When my littles, I had to, like, we were paying for daycare, I started doing more parties each week, about 2 parties a week, and was able to make $2,000 to $4,000 a month at that time. And that was with in-home parties. Now with virtual parties, the sky's the limit if you can get a good system down for that. As a leader with our company, my average income for the last 18 to 20-ish months has been in the $10,000 to $12,000 range a month. And I do about 6 parties a week, but they're all virtual for the most part. So really the range can go there. And I'm not even, you know, I just make enough that's what my family needs. It's our only income. So you can go up from there, you could go down. It's just a matter of getting your system down and how much time you want to put in. I work about 35 hours a week. Do we have any other consultants that would be willing to share kind of what their income journey has been for that question? You don't have to.
Yeah, I can share. So I will say that I started out just for the free products. And then when I saw the income potential, so just as a little bit of background, I still work full time and have a full-time job. So I probably put, I would say maybe like 10 to 15 hours a week into Pampered Chef. And I am somewhere around the 500 to 3,500 range per month.
Awesome. Significant. So helpful. And she's earning free trips too. Okay. Have I missed any other questions either through Facebook, or anybody have one before we do our drawing?
I do have a couple questions that came through, Katie. One is, will the pans with the handles, so our nonstick cast iron, when the handles are removed, they scratch easily when you stack them without the separators?
They do not scratch easily. No. I don't
Awesome.
have any scratches on mine, and they're stacked without separators. Yeah.
Perfect. And then there was one earlier, like at the beginning of our call, somebody had asked, has anyone used your cast iron on the barbecue grill? And if so, how well did it work for you?
Great. Does anyone have an answer for that one? You guys use cast iron on the grill?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Quite often.
It works
Yes, I
awesome.
always do.
When you go out
We
to the
always do.
Oh, good. Julie uses it too. All right. So there you go. You got 2 testimonies. All right. Awesome. Any others? Okay. Let's do our on-time drawing. So did you wheel a name that for us?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Well, I'll do these other ones real quick. So we've got, this is our guest door prize. All right. So these are our non-consultants. We're going to do that this way. Rebecca Shaw is our winner for that one. I think you won that. Rebecca, you are a lucky winner. Good job. Okay, and then this is going to be our consultant giveaway, and that's going to go to Diane and Danny. So good job there. I will follow up with you guys, and we'll get you a little happy mail in the mail. And then let's find out who our on-time friend is.
Jessica Eiliff.
Jessica Eiliff.
Yes, she is on Facebook. So she's watching us live on our Facebook.
Oh, thanks, Jessica. All right, perfect. Okay, so before we go, I always like to offer up a big grand prize. So I'll do like a little bigger prize for y'all. So if you fill out our survey. So we've created a short survey. This is for our consultants and our guests. We're going to pop that into the chat right now. I meant to have that ready. But if you will fill out this real short survey for us, just so we can get your feedback and know how to follow up better with you. And then you probably are wondering why the heck I asked you about your organization. So I just finished a fundraiser. It was about a week long. We invited people on Facebook. We invited people through the online Pampered Chef site. And we raised $480 just for saying, hey, I'm doing a Pampered Chef fundraiser. And she raised that much money for her church. So think about how easy it would be to just give that organization, let us partner with you and give that organization some extra donations. It is so easy to host an online party, and in May only, Pampered Chef is doubling their donation. And that's why it's so easy to make that extra. So like typically an average fundraiser with Pampered Chef might be a nice $100, $200, maybe $300. But in May, you're doubling that. And you don't have to, get double the orders. So for every order that comes in, up to 30% of all sales just are written in a check to your organization. So think about who you'd love to bless and get with your consultant after this call. Send out some invites and see how it goes. Worst case scenario, people get to see what's new with Pampered Chef and they don't need anything. But best case, you've got that donation. And our fundraising host, they're going to be able to take advantage of the 60% off item as a host. So that means you get a 60% off cookware item or the rock crock or the stainless. If your fundraiser does even better, you get 2 items, and that could include our air fryer, our grill, or our multi-cooker. So it's a really, really great month to do a fundraiser. And that's going to be one of the questions on our survey is, would you like to host with your consultant in the next 2 months? If you say yes, you're going to get an entry for our grand prize. I'm going to be giving that away on Monday. I used to say I was going to give it to you on Saturday, but I never seem to get to it on the weekend. So I'm just going to say next Monday when we do that. So that means you can work with your consultants to either place an order, schedule a party or fundraiser or bridal shower, or you can learn more about being a consultant, and those will get you entries. And for any of our consultants on the call, when you fill out the form, if you had a guest come with you tonight, that gets you an entry as well. Okay, what did I miss? My workshop planning team, what did I forget? Anything?
I'm finished.
Oh yes, please, Robin, show us. Look how pretty.
You ready? Okay. I got my salad. Here's our salad. And here's the pizza.
I mean, I can hear the ooh-ahs from afar. That looks amazing.
Who wants a piece?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Okay, who's going home and making one of these dishes, right? Awesome. Thank you, Robin. Thanks to all of our folks for demoing. Thanks to Lisa for keeping track of our comments, and Jesse for showing us that amazing veggie dish. Anything else before we go? All right, I'm going to stop the recording. I will hang